Also, guys, this is like trying to get in towards the end. One of the big things that I'm gonna always go back to and preach about is I know y'all fucking want a lineage. I don't give a fuck what any of y'all say. If you're a passport bro, if you're a fucking a MGTOW, a black pill doomer, if you're just fully red pill, whatever, I know you want kids one day. It's all if we all want our DNA to go on. It's a fucking cope if you say anything else. And if you really want that, you're not going to get there listening to the advice from these fucking people. That's just the facts. You're not. And when I say that, I specifically mean Michael and Fresh and Fit. I don't think that a lot of y'all will end up with y'all's lineages by taking their advice. If y'all really want real advice, please hit me up. I will definitely help y'all out and give y'all real advice on how to reach the real goal that every man truly wants. You can cope all y'all want until y'all are 45 and then fucking cry about the fact that you can't even pull girls at 45 after y'all are supposed to be high value men at that point. But I mean, you can start right now when you're young, and you'll actually be able to achieve this. That's another thing. If y'all get into a habit of doing this shit, y'all are so fucked when y'all are old. It's really sad, and I see this all the time right now. Um, and this is really for the 25 and under guys. Like I want to go back to that, like Fresh and Fit, like Michael, like I understand the guys 25 and under. Like a lot of them have good social skills and stuff. They just might be autistic or some shit and just need help on regular social skills and shit. But the 25 and under guys, you're fucking ruining them, man. Like those guys are really fucked up right now. They're raised on iPads. They're raised on fucking on all types of the internet and gaming and shit. Those guys really need help. They need to actually go socialize. And y'all teaching them to just use the internet period is a fucking failure. If anything, the internet's what ruined them. And if y'all sit there and keep pushing them on the internet, whether it's on Instagram or on fucking dating apps or just using the internet at all, you're fucking their heads up. If you're a guy whose head is fucked up because of your phone, because of the internet, because of anything like that, please reach out to me. I will get you off of that shit, and I will get you to a point where you're a fucking natural human being again, and where you can have natural human relationships with other people again. Because if you keep going towards this technology, like all these guys are going to push you, you're going to end up really fucked up over time, over 5-10 years. It's a fact. And people like me are going to keep taking your girls because I have more fucking social skills in the fucking tip of my pinky than you have in your fucking whole body. Um, uh, I need to, really talk about how entertainers and comedians are the big things that kind of change everything right now. The world's really fucked up, and the only way that we're gonna fix things is by pushing entertainers and pushing comedians to actually shame on these type of things, like shame things correctly. So it's up to us. When the world's fucked up, it's not up to politics or anything like that. It's up to the culture. And politics is downstream from culture, so we must change the culture. Um, Rolo, this is just specifically for you. I know we always like to talk about what is and what should. And here's the facts, man. Everybody gets prescriptions. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody's giving fucking prescriptions. Everybody is. Everybody's telling a course. Everybody's telling people what to do. Um, it's natural for humans to do it. So let's figure out the best solution at the end of the day. Let's debate over what is the actual best solutions. Because like what Michael does on his channel, which I hope to get on there and debate you over some of your stuff soon. Um, Michael, I always love everything about you when it comes to like what you preach about pre-selection, man. I really hope that we can just debate these things and figure out a better way for men to utilize it because I don't think that they're utilizing it correctly through your program. At the end of the day, I'm a businessman, guys. I know a scammer when I see one. I've made multiple businesses. I've failed at multiple things. I've seen how other people are successful, and at the end of the day, a scammer is a scammer, and I'm not gonna ever let people fucking get scammed. I'm always gonna call it out when I see it. We need to find a point in the middle, though. I really see Fresh and Fit way over here saying don't be friends with girls. You know, Michael Sartain over here saying you need to use pre-selection to be friends with women. And there's a nice little sweet spot right here in the middle. That's me, guys. And I need y'all to come meet me in this middle here and get off the internet, get out of technology. All that shit's just gonna fuck y'all's heads up. And we all know that the powers that be want you living on there because that's how they make you into a robot. You want to know how to escape the matrix? Escape your fucking phone. Escape the fucking internet, guys. That's the only way to actually be free. That's how you really get away from the matrix. That's the real red pill. And this is and like everything I'm saying right now, watch in 5-10 years, everybody's gonna be saying it. Because this is what everybody's gonna be so tired of the technology, so tired of all the bullshit. That's what's gonna end up happening. We already see it right now. Gen Z is already starting to buy flip phones again. The wave is coming. Just wait. But yeah, go ahead, Matt. Did you have anything to say, man?
Well, for you guys who don't know me, my name is Dr. Matt Rostemi. I'm an eye surgeon in Dallas area, Dallas, Texas. Previous state senate candidate. I think it's my third time here on the podcast talking about intersexual dynamics and other issues. Um, you know, there's a lot of things that we all agree on generally as far as the principles of dating. I don't think anyone across the manosphere or red pill denies hypergamy, that women tend to want to move up socially as far as their options in a mate, or that men in general prefer younger women, or that a man needs to work to make more money to be able to attract more women, or men prefer women who are not overweight. We all agree on the basic concepts. It's really of how to apply them. And there are some disagreements. I think in the end, what makes a man happy is going to be to have a legacy, and that's going to require finding a mate and having children with that person. Now, of course, every living organism, as some people in the red pill, like Fresh and Fit, would argue, our goal here is to reproduce. And that's true. That's why having sex is very gratifying, because as organisms, we do want to reproduce. But we're not just organisms and animals, we're humans. We're different than the rest of the animals. It's always been like that. And what's going to give us happiness is pursuing a legacy. Because in the end, that's really what's going to matter. It hits women much sooner because they really are going to need kids to really get that fulfillment. But it's a lie to try to say to men that they don't need the same thing. Because in the end of the day, when you're in your 50s and 60s, are you going to look back to thinking of how many bitches you fucked? Or are you going to look at how many kids you have? What are they doing? What their grandkids are doing? Because at the end of the day, sexual gratification is great. We all pursue it. I'm, I'm no different. But what really is going to bring you happiness is respect from your community. You walk down the street, people know who you are. They come up, they shake your hand. They know what you're doing. They respect you. And that's what's really going to matter in the end. But unfortunately, for a guy, if you want to do that, that requires finding yourself a good woman to have kids with. And the truth is, there's slim pickings out there. And a lot of guys do not have the understanding of how women operate. And honestly, I love Fresh and Fit. So does Sergio. Very entertaining show, very educational. In fact, I recommend people watch the shows before the after hours, where they talk about like female nature, Money Mondays, just to have an idea of how the world works.
Mhm.
Because a lot of guys don't even know how the world works, let alone how to figure out how to deal with women. Now, once you figure that out, then you can start watching the after hours, and then you can see that there's very slim pickings out there.
Mhm.
And which is why some of the things on Fresh and Fit I disagree with. For example, when Myron says you should sleep with 50 women before considering having a commitment or a long-term relationship, I mentioned this before on your podcast. That's ridiculous. To sleep with 50 women would require you to at least talk to 500 of them. I mean, by his own metric, the best in the game only close 1 in 10 encounters. So you got to talk to 500 women? About what? About astrology, special needs diet, their career, some other bullshit that you probably don't care about. You're going to try to talk to 500 women about this, mentally traumatize yourself, sleep with 50 of them, and then try to find your wife? Look, there's slim pickings out there. You got to find wherever you can. My opinion, online, offline, wherever. You just got to find someone. And when you date someone, if you're a guy, you got to keep it moving. If they're saying something ridiculous, they sound entitled, they're arrogant, they're argumentative, combative, just keep it moving. Just move on to the next girl. Don't go on dates right away. Do a video chat, do a FaceTime, do a phone call, just have an idea of how someone thinks and see if it's even worth going out with them. Because every second that you spend talking to a girl that doesn't matter is every second you could have used to find your wife.
Yep.
And I keep telling you guys, it's slim pickings out there. You don't believe me? Go watch Fresh and Fit After Hours. Watch this show. Look at some of the women that come on this panel.
Yeah. There's not any good ones. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. You know how like a lot of women say men ain't shit? I agree with them. What they don't tell you is women ain't shit either.
Yep.
It's true.
Yep.
It's true. You say it yourself, Sergio. Like, what percent of people you think are good people are worth getting in a
Yeah.
relationship?
10%, 1 in 10 maybe.
Like
Yeah.
for a long-term committed relationship, it's tough. Especially in this society where degeneracy has taken over. You can trace degeneracy in this country, particularly to the point where people just stop following religion, particularly when Christianity stopped being taken seriously. As soon as people stop taking Christianity seriously, the whole moral fiber of the country just goes down. And I'm saying this as a Muslim, by the way.
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.